Good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming to the Today's Restaurant News Networking Group Chapter 2 meeting. We are a group of vendors in the industry who are here to help each other grow our businesses and also to help any restaurateur, chef owner, manager, or chef if they have a problem and would like to get an answer to a situation. We encourage you to give us a call at 561-620-8888 or go to our website at trnusa.com and check out our YouTube channel. And it is Today's Restaurant. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Everywhere you look now, there's discussions about artificial intelligence, and I mean it's so numerous now that it's really hard to keep up with it because people are coming up with ideas on how to use it. A gentleman was supposed to be here this morning who has a system where if a bad review was coming in to Google, he has a software program or a company that intercepts the bad review and gives the restaurant owner an opportunity to contact the person who was giving the bad review to try and turn it around before it goes online. So, I mean, the world has gone completely technologically oriented. I see some benefits to that, and I also see some negatives to that because we can discuss that. But anyway, this AI is just so many different things, so many different uses for it. And actually, I went on Chat GPT yesterday, and I put in what are the uses of AI in restaurants, because I really couldn't get my head around what would be done in a restaurant using AI. And I have 8 items that came up from chat. So I'm going to tell you what the 8 are, and I think that perhaps we can come up with a couple of others. If not, we'll move on. But it's interesting to hear, like, it seems like only 2 weeks ago, this didn't exist. And now this is here. So the first item that AI is being used for is menu and recipe optimization. You can customize your preferences and put in sales data and ingredients availability, et cetera, et cetera. So you can create and optimize your menu. I'm going to do David Letterman again, but I only have 8, not 10. I'm going to count on you guys to give me the last 2. Customer service and chat box. Something like I just mentioned to you, to have contact and take reservations and provide personal recommendations through AI. Number 3, voice assistance. Restaurants are adopting voice assistants like Amazon, Alexa, Google. They provide voice-activated ordering systems to answer customers' questions and just basically become like little Susie at the front desk. Predictive analytics for inventory management. That's obviously if you're using a lot of ground beef to make hamburgers and your sales on Monday are not great, then you would order less on Sunday. So it's basically helping you and guide you through your purchasing. Number 5, enhanced kitchen operations. There are AI-powered systems that monitor kitchen equipment, track the cooking times, and send alerts for maintenance. That may be something you can use, Ed. It can help streamline operations, reduce errors, and improve overall kitchen efficiency. Number 6, personalized marketing and loyalty programs. You know, in today's world, loyalty programs are very important for restaurants. A lot of people go to restaurants strictly because of the loyalty programs and specials. We go to a place that has certain specials on certain nights, and we seem to go with those nights. Number 7, food quality and safety monitoring. AI is assisting in monitoring food safety, quality, analyzing data, and detecting anomalies. Very important so to avoid any kind of food contamination, etc. Number 8, demand forecasting and pricing optimization. Just it's again analyzing historical data, internal factors like weather and events, and predict future demand patterns. So those are the 8 items they came up with, that AI itself came up with. Any thoughts on that?
Thank you.
All right, moving right along.
No, my question to you about AI, this is, AI is coming up with this stuff. How a lot of this stuff is correct and some of this stuff?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
I mean, artificial intelligence.
Doesn't somebody have to program the artificial intelligence though?
I think what it does,
Yes.
it scours the internet for data and puts it all together and into operational format. I don't think anybody's sitting at a computer and programming it. It's like Google search. Then
Well, Howard,
nobody,
I-
or Wikipedia.
Some of the in our industry, there's been a lot of chatter about using AI for our industry. So for instance, my colleague next door said, tell me, he used Bing, it says, tell me about Medicare Advantage plans. And it lists a whole bunch of things about Medicare Advantage plans. And it says, then he typed in, I understand, but please change your course of language. And all of a sudden it said how bad Medicare Advantage plans were. Okay, so it depends on how we type it in there. Now, I will tell you that the letters that we're about to send out to all of our clients, including you guys, all those letters were written by Chat GPT. I didn't do it. I wrote in Chat GPT, write a letter to clients about the importance of reviewing their prescription drug plan. And within 5 seconds, 4 paragraphs were written.
Right.
I mean, it was incredible. Now, what I did though, is you can't base everything what ChatGPT does, because it may say something that might insult somebody. So it may have a liberal side or a conservative side of the way it writes it. So what I do is I copy it, I paste it to Word,
Right.
and then I edit it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So it's a good tool to use. But yesterday, I read in the news that China is wanting to use AI for their military.
Yeah.
That just tells me Skynet all of a sudden came to life, because that's what everybody's been talking about because of the Terminator situation. Because
Yeah,
Terminator was
Skynet.
nothing but AI. It's all it was. Artificial intelligence. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But so I mean, And that's the thing. And I think our government, and what I'm hearing is that even the creators of this AI is saying the government needs to slow down. Because if it gets into the wrong hands, it can be a
Well, you know what it's
It's
my-
already too
the-
late.
the column that's
You think so,
in
Terry? Really? Do you think so?
Absolutely.
my column this month in the newspaper, the Appel Pie column, was created on Chat GPT, but I added a lot to it
Mhm.
and did a lot of editing. So
I think Ed sent out an article last week to
Yes.
everybody by email about how schools are going to start looking and reviewing
Mm-hmm.
how ChatGPT is used in the school system.
they're going back to oral exams.
Yeah,
I don't really see restaurant owners, we can't even get restaurant owners with the power that we have in our POS systems. To even leave the cash registers to go in the computer in the back office, take product mix reports. Very few of them even go in the back room and take item sales reports, take service sales report. Most of them just stand at the register at the bar and close it out. So I don't see, I mean, obviously the big chains will do that, but the independents, very few of them even use like Clover or Dell, all the power, 10% of the power of the system. They don't go in the back room, they don't go in the office and take menu item sales report, service sales report. They'll take it on their mobile phone, what we have in the reduced version, they'll take it at the terminal itself. But as far as using all the power of these systems, and they've come down so much in price today from what I've been years ago. They don't use 10%, 20% of the power of the system. So I just don't see
Right.
that getting into the mainstream independent restaurant world. What I do see someday in the future, I see maybe POS systems, hardware, totally going away and being replaced by smartphones or smart devices. You don't need to buy a $1,000 cash register. And I see more and more consumers checking themselves out of the restaurant with barcodes and QR codes on their check, opening their own tabs and their own reorders. That I see. So someday you may be able to, I mean, there's a taco place near me. Unfortunately with my competitor Toast, but it's all kiosk. It's all kiosk, no cashiers. And I'll see, I don't know how they can replace a bar terminal with, I want vodka gin on the rocks, this and that. But that capability may be in the customer's smartphone someday. It could, but to order themselves, or the bartender can pick up his phone and do that, or a small compact device. So I see they call it smart POS, which would be more of an Android or Apple smartphone technology instead of buying, a true cash register or POS system. That may happen. But, AI, I think AI could help people who do the menu building, the programming of the menus, especially with liquor and specials and all that. But I don't see most independent restaurant operators, we can't even get them to go into a back room to change the price on an item. And stuff like that.
I think this AI and a lot of the technology in the industry are predominantly used by the chains.
Yeah,
Because
they got the standards, they got the reports. Burger King has their, I think it's McDonald's has their stats report. Burger King has their, I forget they call it 533 reports. They got real standards that they got to adhere to and conform to. But,
but look at like a manufacturer. Let's say like what Ed supplies, like in Carpigiani. I'm sure that at some point they'll have something built in for maintenance and for operation,
right,
unless they have it already.
They've had that for years. It's called Telerima, and it's really, you have to have Wi-Fi, and you have the serial number of the machine. You can go up there and you can go into the machine and see what it's been doing, how it's been running, if there's been any errors, how many cones were pulled, how many batches were made. And the chains can use that to see if anybody's skimming off the top, if they're not reporting sales. If they're doing 20 batches a day and they're only selling 10, they know they got a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like that. What's the name of that?
you don't find it that
Like
much.
in a bar where they measure the weight of the bottle and they compare it to how much was sold.
Right.
and
You don't see that much in the States, but in Europe, it's quite prevalent. It was designed for some change in Europe.
So I want to real quick about AI, about like when you talk about chains about for marketing purposes, okay? And I guess they use it to, especially in a lot of the fast food stuff, typically Taco Bell or some of the other places. I guess they use it, but some of the stuff, the ideas they come out with trying to promote their products, some of the stuff is just like, I would never eat it. Like wasn't a Taco Bell put on Frito chips and crap on their on one of their burritos or something. I mean, it's just, I think like they're trying to appeal to people, but I think they're doing, I don't know if you use the word just justice, but it's like, you're trying to do this to, yeah, I know you're trying to market things, but some of the food they put out there, it's just, it's just not very appealing. So,
Well, Howard, I got a question though, is, we keep talking about AI and the future of AI. It's really it's been around for a while. I
Mhm.
mean, Siri is AI, Alexa is AI.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think Steve last week said that Alexa, and I've got a Amazon Dot here in my office, that every now and then you'll hear it go, "Boo-doo, boo-doo." It's
Yeah.
listening to everything we're doing.
That's
And
right.
it memorizes exactly what we want and knows when we want it.
Exactly.
Is that good or bad?
I think it's a 50-50, Terry, because I mean, for instance, our generation, I mean, we didn't grow up with all this.
Mhm.
Your generation thinks it's the next best thing to sliced bread because that's all they've ever known. I mean, my kids will never know what a rotary dial phone is. They'll
Or a
never know
typewriter,
they'll never
or
know what a pay phone is. They'll never know
Yeah.
what it was like to get up and actually change the channel on the television. I mean, it's a generational type thing.
Oh gosh, that was horrible. Every 2 seconds I had to get up and change the channel when I was a kid. It was awful.
But I mean, it's like some of the clients I deal with, they'll never touch a computer or a smartphone, but then other clients will have, the state of the art of everything. And,
Right.
I think it depends on what you feel comfortable with. I mean, I enjoy having my Alexa in here. I can say, hey, do this, and it does it. I mean, I don't have to get up or anything, but I think what AI might do, Howard, is it might make us lazy people
Absolutely.
lazier,
Absolutely.
lazier,
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Hey,
don't know.
I'll tell you this. It'll become really lazy when the AI goes to the gymnasium for us and we can lose the weight. That would be nice.
Well, you're never going to stop progress. That's for
Yeah.
sure. And
No,
it's
but
going
the
to
thing
keep going.
I agree with that, Terry. But the thing is it progressing too fast to the
Of
point
course
where
it
it's
is.
not
Yeah.
keeping up with
course it
society?
is. Of
And
course it is.
that's what scares me is if it goes faster than society can grow, AI will take over because it'll be smarter than us.
Exactly.
It'll be smarter than
Exactly.
us.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
I don't know which company it was, and I maybe it was discussed here or in the other group, but I remember hearing a video that when you go into a drive-through line now, an AI personality will take your order, just like a
That's
regular
at Checkers. That's at
Checkers?
Checkers.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
the only one that I went through with my friend. She wanted Checkers, and I said, okay, you're on your own. And it was actually an AI board. It was unbelievable.
Oh,
the menu boards, yeah.
Yes.
so
AI.
Terry, you were talking about whether it's good or bad. We were having a discussion with both of our kids, and we have adult children, 24 and 21. So I mean,
Right.
they're not young, but there's a new scam going on, and some people have been affected by it, where how somebody would call and they would say, hey, this is so and so and I've been kidnapped, Well, now,
Yes.
now
Yes.
AI is
Yeah.
now recording your voice on the cell phone,
Right.
and criminals are using it, and what it is they're using their voice, your children's voice, by calling and saying, "I've been kidnapped, send me money." So
Right.
the
Yeah,
voice is being recorded.
They're pirating the voice of the kid and saying, calling the house and saying, we've kidnapped your son or
Oh
daughter.
my gosh.
And
So
they
how
let
do
it-
you know
and
what's
they let
real
it
and
talk.
what isn't? How do you
That's
know?
exactly. Well, when you think about it, does everybody remember when Coca-Cola came out with new Coke? Okay, just follow my lead. Who was the spokesperson? Anybody remember?
I can't
Max
remember.
Headroom.
Max
Was it
Headroom.
Pepsi?
No, Max Headroom was AI. He was really the beginning of it, because that's the beginning of the digital age, because he was a computerized robot on camera. Max Headroom, he was AI, if you really think about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Oh
been
my
around
gosh.
forever.
Yeah.
It's just
Dang.
evolving. So,
But you know what you do in a case like that? You tell your kids, lay the phone down, go get another phone, call your child and see if your child's okay.
yep. And they're actually using their own phone number on top of it. So
That's horrible.
they're
That's
calling
horrible.
from the kid's phone number.
How can you get a hold of them?
That's just the thing, it's freaking people out.
I think what will happen is we're going to have AI networking meetings, and I'll just push a button and I'll have Rick do his intro, and then I'll hit Chris, and we don't have to do anything. We just sit there and listen.
And if you
We'll
don't want
let
somebody on,
Chris
if you
do
don't
a
want,
stand up, Brian can run the meeting, and then Joe can put his let us know what's new and happening on his end, and we'll just let Ed just keep muting, and because he's got an actual sale on the phone there. So I think we're all in good shape.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's do our intro just so that everybody knows what we do. Do it real quick. Rick, you want to start us off quick?
Rick Israel with Archie Agency, based here in Huntsville, Alabama. We are an independent insurance brokerage firm, and we help individuals in the marketplace and also with Medicare.
How do we reach you?
Oh, you can reach me at area code 256-937-2537. Email is rick@archie-agency.com.
Could you send me an email with all that new information, because I want to change the spreadsheet?
Yes, sir. I will get it taken care of.
And everybody else, if I don't have all the information about your company or if something is wrong, let me know so I can change it. Brian, good morning.
Good morning, Brian.
Is that you, or is that really AI?
It's AI today.
Is it real or is it Memorex?
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
it.
I
Oh my
remember
God.
that. That was great.
Thank
am
God
a
for
robot.
Xerox.
Memorex, holy cow.
Oh my God.
That brings back memories.
Brian with the Rogue Financial Group. We're a commercial equipment financing company. I work primarily in the hospitality industry, from restaurants to fast food to convenience stores, breweries, food trucks. We do a lot of work with startups to existing business. We'll work all over the country. And again, it's Brian with Rogue Financial Group, 404-723-7222.
Okay, thank you. Ed, good morning.
Good morning, Ed Gerton with Seacoast Sales in Orange Park, Florida. We're an equipment supply company that specializes in frozen dessert equipment. We represent Carpigiani, which would be batch freezers, soft serve machines, mixed treat machines, ISA, which would be display cases, BGI, which is smaller ice cream equipment, and carries slushy machines and ice machines. My number is 904-334-4489. Have a good day.
Hey, Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Chris Kaufman, restaurant recruiter to the stars, working on behalf of restaurant companies to bring them talent to improve their overall company. We also find chefs. We have a couple chefs interviewing now 4 chefs interviewing next week in Florida, Central Florida, as a matter of fact. And we have restaurant management talent interviewing in Virginia, as well as in Georgia this coming week. And we work on behalf of the client companies to bring them all-star talent. And to remember that, all you got to remember is the word all-star. Our telephone number is 404 all-star, 404-255-7827. And we look forward to being of help to those companies looking to enhance their human capital.
All right, thank you. Terry, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. And for all of you that are fathers, happy Father's Day Sunday.
Hello.
Sorry, my thing went. And you know, when you draw a blank, blame the computer. That's AI. So what I do is take care of the monthly lead reports, gather them up, gather all the information from all my sources, and I put them together to get them out to you by the 9th or 10th. We have one in Florida and one in Georgia. The one in Georgia really seems to be growing quite a bit, so I'm very pleased about that. That report comes in an Excel spreadsheet so that you can sort it any way you want. I know Brian gets it. There's, oh goodness, I don't know how many. You don't get as many leads in Georgia as you do in Florida. However, the quality is usually exactly the same. You get the phone numbers, owners' names, email addresses, about when they're opening. And now we have companies that are coming in, very surprisingly, to Georgia and Florida and many of the southern states from the West Coast, California, Nevada. They're coming and they're opening, they're starting to franchise in this area where they never did before. So I, for one, am thrilled because a lot of those places, being from California, are places that I know. So I can get a hold of the GMs, or I can get a hold of, you know, who I want to find out where they're going to be. So a lot of new information. Anybody that wants a sample, let me know. Terry, Terri @trnusa.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Joe, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Joe Cregan with Card Payment Services. We integrate the restaurants and retailers' point of sale, payment, and payroll processing requirements. So we sell Fiserv, which used to be First Data Payment Processing. We're also a wholesale reseller for ADP payroll processing. And we resell both Clover, which is owned by Fiserv, and the Dello POS systems for restaurants. We support about, I don't remember, 600 or 700 clients. Before COVID, it was actually quite a bit more than that, but we're back up to almost 700. And 50% of them at least in Florida. And we're seeing things pick up. I just did a new Cuban cafe in Sebring, Mexican restaurant in Wellington. We're doing in Brandon and Tampa. A guy that's on his 3rd location with us. And what else? Oh, Hollywood, downtown Hollywood, a new healthy food place. And we're both with the POS and their online ordering. So I'm in downtown Davie, just west of Fort Lauderdale Airport. My number is 954-635-5044. And my website is www.cardpaymentservices.net. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. I didn't miss anybody, right? Good. All right. I'm Howard Appel, founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant News since 1996. If you'd like to reach us, supply us with a press release, get a free subscription, go on our website at trnusa.com, or give us a call at 561-620-8888. And just want to mention one thing, that the ERC, which is the Employee Retention Tax Credit, is still around. It's not, it hasn't been stopped. And any restaurateur, any business actually, who was in business in 20 and 21 is eligible if they have, in fact, now they're doing it under 5 employees. So anybody out there
Wow.
should go to our website and fill out a short little form, and we will help you through the process. It is something that is once in a lifetime situation to get you some of the money back that you deserve. Don't leave it on the table.
Mhm.
And unless anybody has anything else,
Yeah. I want to
Uh,
ask Joe a quick question. I heard you've been talking to John.
Yeah, just talked to him yesterday. I may, he was thinking about coming down to Fort Lauderdale, but I think his mother or somebody lives in Tampa, so I may meet
Yeah.
him next week up there or something. Yeah, hope to get him back in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you know, I need some.
I worked for him for several years.
Yeah, with Chuck McDonald. Did you work
Yeah.
at Post Tech too?
Huh?
Did you work in with micros up there too at Post
No, I
Tech?
worked with the Aloha Hospitality.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know Chuck McDonald, and I know him when he was with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, good guy. You know, he's been out of it. He told me what he was doing. I don't remember, but
I talk to him all the time, and I told him it probably won't be that hard to get back into it. He knows a lot of people, so.
no, he
Okay.
could make some serious money, especially in the processing side
Mhm.
right now. And, then we really need somebody up there in Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay.
all right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you next week. For those of you, happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Have a great
Thank you.
weekend. I'll keep the board open if you want to stick
Okay.
around,
All right.
and we'll see you next week.
Okay.